The New England Patriots dropped their 53-man roster, and nothing about it feels safe. The first wave of cuts looked routine, but when the deadline hit, the story turned explosive. Fans expected small names to move, not core pieces, and that's why the shock is so real tonight. One draft pick that many thought would grow into a long-term edge threat is already gone, and the coaching staff's decision instantly raised eyebrows across the league. If this is how the roster starts, imagine what the next few days will bring. The twist is that even the positions that feel full might not stay that way. A starter-level guard was let go while 8 wide receivers survived the squeeze. That number jumps off the page because keeping that many pass catchers means the line is thinner in the trenches. Coaches clearly had tough calls to make, weighing upside against need, and it shows in every layer of this roster. And the injured reserve list adds even more drama, with a key rookie wideout already lost for the season and a linebacker expected back in a month. That is why this initial 53 cannot be viewed as the final product. Patriots history tells us the real roster only takes shape after waiver claims, trades, and practice squad moves settle in. The surprise exits are only part one of the story. The real question is, which unexpected names fought through to make the team, and how that changes the balance of power heading into Week 1. Let's break down the cuts position by position and uncover the decisions that caught everyone off guard. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Patriots and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 350 likes on this video. The New England Patriots turned cut day into a plot twist. Cole Strange is out, a move that signals fresh standards in the trenches, and rookie pass rusher Braden Swinson did not survive either, while undrafted Elijah Ponder earned his spot with hard proof on tape. That combination tells you the staff valued current impact over draft label, and it landed like a jolt across the fan base. If these are the first big swings, imagine what the next decisions will look like once phones start ringing. Early waves brought a long list of good players who simply ran into a numbers wall. Parker Roma was released after Andres Borregales won the kicker battle with steady preseason work. Veteran Marcus Epps asked out and got it, a clean parting that opened snaps for the safety room. Depth bets such as R.J. Moten, Phil Lutz, Ben Wooldridge, Kyle Pecco, Cole Fotheringham, Sidney Sow, Monty Rice, Shane Watts, C.J. Dipre, Truman Jones, Jamie Cal Hasty, Terrell Jennings, G. Scott Jr., Alec Lindstrom, and Damontre Jacobs were let go with practice squad hopes still alive. Each name had moments, but the staff drew a sharp line on versatility and special teams value. Now the real intrigue shifts to who battled through the storm. The survivors reshape how this offense will function, from protection rules to target distribution, and that is where the next reveal lives. Which rooms gain juice, which ones need a final piece, and how does that change the plan for Week 1? The New England Patriots built an attack that can move fast when it needs to. Drake May runs the huddle with calm eyes, Joshua Dobbs gives steady relief, and the staff is shaping calls to keep the ball out quickly when the pocket tightens. This is not about big promises. It is about clean reads, smart throws, and a plan that keeps drives alive when the game gets loud. The clock is already ticking toward the opener, so every rep now is about rhythm, timing, and trust. The backfield answers a lot of questions. Ramondre Stevenson brings power that wears on a defense, rookie Tre'Veon Henderson flashes burst that changes angles, and Antonio Gibson can flex out to stress linebackers on third downs. Tight ends tie it all together, with Hunter Henry as a red zone finisher, Austin Hooper as a chain mover, and Jack Westover taking some backfield work when the formation asks for a lead blocker. Out wide, Stephon Diggs is the route expert who tilts coverage. Demario Pop Douglas creates space in the short game, Mac Hollins gives size on the boundary, Efton Chisholm earned trust with strong preseason moments, Kyle Williams is a growth project with speed, and Javon Baker brings the mindset coaches love on special teams. Up front, the picture is clear and still evolving at the same time. Rookie Will Campbell sets a tone at left tackle with finish and effort. Michael Onwenu is the anchor you run behind. Morgan Moses brings veteran poise on the edge, and the middle steadies with Garrett Bradbury and Jared Wilson working in tandem. One more true guard would settle rotations and keep the plan stable through a long season. If this offense hits its marks, the next question becomes simple. Can the defense match that standard and give the field position this group needs to control games? The New England Patriots might have just built a defense that wins games in the fourth quarter. The front looks quicker, the edges close space with real pop, and the interior has the power to collapse pockets without sending extra rushers. That is the kind of mix that flips third downs and steals field position. If this surge is real, it turns a close game into a two-series swing before anyone notices. Here is where it gets interesting. Christian Gonzalez takes top targets and forces tight windows, and last season quarterbacks completed less than 51% when throwing his way, which changes how offenses call the middle of the field. Carlton Davis brings size on the other side, while Marcus Jones and DJ James add quick feet for motion-heavy looks. Up front, Christian Barmore and Milton Williams drive the pocket back, Keon White moves between spots to create matchups, and Clavon Chasen brings the burst that coaches love on long downs. Linebacker snaps flow through Robert Spillane and Christian Ellis, with Marte Mapu adding speed when the call asks for it. Special teams are set to help the defense. Andres Borregales handles points, Bryce Behringer flips the field, Trevion Henderson can push kick returns, and Marcus Jones tracks punts with calm hands. The question is simple. Do they add one more piece to raise the ceiling before Week 1? Claim priority sits near the top, trade lines are open, and the staff knows a single addition at the right spot can tilt opening day. The New England Patriots sit in a sweet spot on the claim order, and that can change the roster in a hurry. With priority at 4th, real talent can fall to them, and the clock is already moving. But here is the twist. The smartest play is not just grabbing a name. It is matching a skill to a need that balances the whole depth chart before the opener. Tackle insurance tops the list, which is why Cam Robinson makes sense as a steady veteran who can hold the edge and calm protection if an injury hits. A flex tight end like Greg Dulcich would add route juice and yards after the catch for Josh McDaniels when the formation widens. For emergency quarterback, Tommy DeVito fits fast because he can pick up the language quickly and manage a game if called. A true lead blocker like Jakob Johnson would give short yardage teeth and clean reads for the backs. Jacoby Myers is a clean fit with this staff and would help right away. Last season he posted 87 catches for 1,027 yards with 0 drops. And that kind of reliability pairs well with Stephon Diggs and the young wideouts at a fair price. Each target points to a bigger plan that is starting to show. McDaniels looks ready to lean into a run-first identity that marries outside zone with play action, and that means certain body types and roles matter more than ever. The New England Patriots are signaling a major identity shift by leaning heavily into the outside zone run game, with preseason snaps already showing 4 of 8 runs under Drake Maye in that scheme. This approach stretches defenses wide, opens space, and pairs perfectly with play action and keepers that move the pocket to keep Maye clean and dangerous on the run. It also maximizes athletic linemen, creates easy reads for backs, and frees receivers like Stephon Diggs and Pop Douglas when defenders overcommit. More than a tweak, it is a full philosophical change that could spark breakout seasons for key players, setting the stage for new stars to emerge as the system takes hold. The New England Patriots are quietly setting up a spotlight moment. Christian Gonzalez keeps shrinking throwing windows, and the national buzz is finally catching up as more big stages land on the schedule. If the pass rush hits on time and the corners keep their poise, this defense can change the way games feel in the last 10 minutes. That kind of swing turns tight, drives into stalled series, and it puts the ball back in the hands of an offense that wants to control tempo. Now the clock matters. Sitting high on the claim list means real help can arrive fast, but every move must feed the bigger plan. One interior blocker would steady protections, a clear third quarterback choice would lock in weekly prep, and a cleaner receiver count would balance special teams and red zone roles. Tight end usage needs a crisp identity, and the return timetable at linebacker should align with the early schedule. Each decision ripples straight to Drake Maye, a second-season passer being built around with motion, play action, and a run game that accents his rhythm. Now, it's your turn. Do you want a veteran tackle first or a move tight end, and why? How confident are you in Drake Maye leading this group through year 2? Which room should be trimmed to strengthen the core, and what is your early grade on this defense with Gonzalez at the top of the corner depth? Drop your answers in the comments, tap subscribe, and hit the bell so you get every roster alert the moment it breaks.